Anyway, so let's go to the next one. They are gonna go with Catriel Mamani. Says, "Hey Ave, happy to participate in this dynamic. I'll be very happy to get in a studio, and I think it's important to have a good network of contacts in the industry to get a job. For that, it's necessary to have visibility. So I would like to know what I can improve in my portfolio to get more visibility." There we go. Nice. So we got character art. That's pretty cool. I see a couple of tutorials. Like, I remember this one's from a tutorial. That one immediately jumps, especially the render looks very washed out and very like overexposed. So I'll probably take that one out, to be honest, from the portfolio, because then you have a couple of other ones. Now, one thing that I'm going to say to you, Catriel, is you need to really define what kind of art you want to do. Because I see some realistic art with this Pedro Pascal and with this like Dante's Inferno. And then we see some anime style thing like with Mitsuri, with Himiko, and this one's Aira Shiratori. This near B automata, that's also good. Your skills are good, man. Like, I can see the modeling, I can see the texturing, proportions look fine. It seems like you're using some sort of hair cards. So this fan art, for instance, quite nice. I think you were quite successful in this one. One of the things that we always need to see is some breakdowns. That's fine. Some sculpting. Oh, you use... Is it hair cards or action? It kind of looks like hair cards. We need to see some wireframes. Let's see. We have some wireframes there. You use the scanner. Yeah, this is great. This video right here, like showing a little bit of the process, that's great. That's a good project. Like that 2V, it's a very, very nice project. This one's also quite nice. I like it. Again, I'm curious about whether you're using XGen or let's see, substance XGen for hair. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the skin looks a little bit on the rough side of things. I'm not sure if you're adding a little bit of subsurface. Like you can see here on the ear that we could have a little bit more subsurfacey effect. It looks a little bit rough compared to what we normally see in skin, but it looks quite nice. Like really, really good. Really good. Emir, thanks for the sub, man. Thank you. So yeah, this looks good, man. This is a good project. But here's the thing, Catriel. You go from that, like those two projects, the 2B and this one, and then you jumped into a more like anime styled like process, and now you're just showing sculpt, right? Like this is just the sculpt of the character, which is, again, it's a clean sculpt. You have like a good control of your forms. That's great. But you really want to, like, I'm not sure what kind of like pipeline you want to get into. Say for this one right here, this Dante's Inferno looks very, very nice, but I'm not seeing wireframes. The one thing that I can criticize about this one is the weapon, especially the vertebrae here and the skull. That one definitely looks a little bit wrong, man. Like too simple, right? But some of the other stuff, it's quite nice. Like you have a good handle of rendering and light. It's just that we need to focus. Do you want to do cinematic characters like the 2B and like the Pedro Pascal? Do you want to do statues and collectibles like all of these anime characters? Or do you want to do game characters like the dwarf here that's for Unreal, okay? So that would be my advice. Like, make sure you know exactly what you want to do and create a couple more projects with exactly that kind of stuff in mind. And this is a very common like thing, and I'm not saying this is just for you. Actually, let me go full screen. When you're preparing your portfolio, it's very important that you tailor it specifically to the kind of work that you want to get. So if you want to work for, let's say, League of Legends, or if you want to work for Blizzard, you're going to do stuff in that particular style. If you want to work for Borderlands, or if you want to be doing like shooters for Call of Duty or Battlefield, you do your stuff in that particular style. Like, they're not going to call you, they're not going to give you a shot or an interview if your style does not match the style of the company that you want to work for. So you do need to have that in mind. Now, you could potentially have a portfolio with a wide range of styles and with a wide range of characters or props or whatever, so that you get more chances. But once you go and present your portfolio to a specific company or to a specific studio, you definitely want to tailor it to the specific needs that the role says on the website of that studio. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you to get an opportunity. So always make sure that your portfolio is tailored towards the kind of job that you want to have. It's super important, okay? So there we go. Let's go here. I would like to work for animation studio like Unit Image or Blur Studios. Unfortunately, there are very, very few jobs of this type. Yeah, there are very, very few jobs. So the light is going crazy. So that's why it's very important that you do more of this stuff, like the Nier and the Pedro Pascal. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you want to push for, Catriel. Because otherwise, like, Blur is not gonna hire you because you have like a very nice looking Aira Shiratori here in your portfolio. You know what I mean? they're not gonna hire you because you have Mitsuri either. Like you might get other shots in other studios for those kinds of characters. And that's another thing that I'm gonna say. There are more studios similar to Unit or to Blur. There's a lot of commercial studios. You might want to look, Catriel, into advertisement studios, because there's a lot of advertisements that use this level of fidelity and 3D. And even though they might not do game advertisement all the time, they will do them, and that's another like good way to look for it. So, for instance, I remember. There's this other one called Digic Pictures. I think they're in Poland or Hungary. There's another one called The Mill. They have offices in the UK, and I think they also have in Canada and California. Yeah, there's a bunch of there. Like there's a bunch of advertisement like agencies that do like really really high quality stuff as well. Nah, man, my studio is very small. It's just a room. This is just a room. The studio that I work with other people right now, we actually do a lot of home office, so everyone's just working on their home.